we're excited to bring you visionary voices up close. Listen in as we get up close and personal with members from the Women Leading Ed community. In this episode, we ask leaders, why are you hopeful for education in America? Here are their responses.
I think mostly it's our kids, right? And part of what pushes me to be on my game around visioning is the level of innovation they're bringing into the classroom and in some of the things that we're doing. I always joke that our kids are 5 times ahead of us in terms of artificial intelligence because they're already using many of these tools and we need to catch up. And so really just staying in community with kids and what they're doing and their interest and how they think about the world. There's so many solutions from there that gives me hope.
When you see children at different ages, how they're looking at the world, their curiosity, their wonder, the way they explore and interact with each other, if you actually take a moment and look at children, you can't help but be optimistic. They don't know what's going wrong. They don't know what we all feel, the discouragement or the tiredness or the apathy. They don't feel any of that. Like, they have hope and wonder. And so if we can channel that, if we can actually just look at children and say, today's a fresh start, and these kids need that level of excitement, the same thing that we would want for our own kids, that gives me a lot of hope and optimism.
So I would say that the most important thing for me is the reality of the passion behind the work we do. Kindness goes a long way, and building those systems of support for women and educators across the system help our future. And we always need help in the future. Our kids really need us, and that's the reason I do the work I do.
So whenever I'm having a bad day, people think you go to kindergarten to see all the little smiles, and I do, and I love that, but I love nothing better than going to the high school. And what I will tell you is they give me such faith in the future. They are hyper aware of the issues in the world, but they want to make a difference. So I try to work with high school student groups as often as I can. And I'm also amazed at how often the leaders are now our girls, which I don't think was true years ago. And so they are running all the organizations. They are showing up. They are asking the hard questions. And I'm so proud of them for using their voice and saying, we have to make a difference. And they give me absolute faith in the future.
Powerful women and great leaders.
I am an impatient optimist, and I am forever hopeful that we can just do better. I really believe that people want to do better, and I believe when you can show them how to do better and to give them that support, the nudges, both in big and small ways, that we can see tremendous progress. I know 6 years ago, I had a dozen women in the room, and at that time, only 23% of those women were stepping even into a superintendent search versus 86% of the men. Within 2 years, the women were surpassing the men in the percent of placements and equaled the men in the percent going into those top jobs. Change is possible in a very short amount of time.
It's just passion and urgency that every kid who hasn't had the opportunities that I have had will get that opportunity, right? Like, no matter your zip code, no matter where you live, no matter where you come from, you should be given the opportunity to make the decision for yourself on what you want to do and how you want to be successful and flourish and thrive.
I think with a strong education comes opportunity. The word that I come back to over and over again is that when we are able to engage students and they are able to develop themselves as a learner and be able to access learning, be able to develop themselves long after they're outside of our four walls or even outside of the community of a district, then we are setting them up to have opportunity. The other word that I would think about is choice. I see that education is a way that we can support our students as they develop to be able to make choices about their life and to really feel empowered.
When I know that what we're doing, making decisions, impact our students and the economy of my local community, then our state and the United States, I know that kids are graduating with choice and that all kids are being served. And that to me is so impactful. And that is how I know that we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay in the end.